The angel trees are for the kids, not for you to feel better about yourself.
Last year, I noticed a little kind of general angel tree drama. Things like people crossing out barcodes, writing donated on the items, donating a bunch of random Dollar Tree junk. But this year, the angel tree drama is way more specific. And the drama this year has exploded because of one creator on TikTok. At the time of uploading her TikToks, her username was It's Cookie Dough, and she has since changed it to Be the Change You Wish to See, which is pretty ironic considering everything we're about to talk about. I guess the change is we should be bullying innocent children more, I guess. And she has deleted the original TikToks that created all this drama, but she has also deleted every single other video on her account except for 2. And they're both kind of like advertisement type videos, so I'm guessing that she just is contractually obligated to keep those up for a certain amount of time. So it's probably the only reason those 2 are up. But I was able to find re-uploaded versions of the original video and one of the responses. I do believe there is still one response I'm missing, and I've only been able to find bits and clips, you know, little chunks of it, but I do feel like both of the responses seem pretty much the same. So let's just get into her main video.
Adopted 2 little Christmas angels, so let's go shopping. We're gonna do the little girl first because obviously I've never shopped for a girl, so let's find some Barbies. Okay. As you can tell, she gave us a hefty list, so let's see what we can do. They said to spend at least $30, so we're gonna aim for $30.
The list says to spend at least $30. So she says that their goal is $30. She's using the list's absolute bare minimum as her like beyond maximum because she, you know, $25 plus tax. So she's not even gonna spend the full $30 before tax.
So she definitely wants a Barbie doll, but my thing is I don't know what ethnicity she is, so I don't know her skin color, so I really don't know what kind of doll to get her. Yeah, this one because
it covers like 3 ethnicities.
It's only $10. Yeah, you don't know what ethnicity she is, so she's fine. And it has underpants and a headband, outfit, and pacifier. So, and it's only $10. So we're gonna do this so we can get her some more stuff.
As you guys will see, she's also beyond stressed out about the fact that she doesn't know what race the child is. So she doesn't know what color Barbie to get her. And like, as you'll see through this video, she mentions it constantly. And it's like, girl, calm down. Frankly, Barbies are pretty affordable, so just get 2 or 3 because chances are you'll either, you know, if you get her 3, you'll get a doll that looks like her. And if none of the dolls look like her, there's at least a variety. So it looks like, you know, how the rest of the real world looks, the way that, you know, her classroom looks, the way that the world around her looks. So she's not gonna feel othered. No, I feel like as an adult, you should have the problem solving skills to say, if I don't know, you know, what ethnicity of toy to get for a child, just get them a few. You know, it would be one thing if she was picking out American Girl dolls and spending $130 on a single doll. But Barbies are what, like 8, 12? Just, you know, get her a few and then hope for the best. The other thing is too, if she was concerned about getting a Barbie that looked like her, it would have said on the list what ethnicity Barbie to get. So like she's making such a huge deal and stressing out about it when it's not a big deal at all. This is something that so many other creators are like having to navigate because like Barbies and dolls are probably one of the most popular things that kids ask for. So everybody else is just getting multiple different races of Barbies. It's not that big of a deal.
What is Baby Alive? What is Sparkle Brown? What is Baby Alive shampoo? Like, this aisle is nothing but Barbies. I don't know what.
We're boy parents.
So, like, I totally get what it's like to stand in the middle of an aisle, in the toy aisle, and be confused. You don't know what any of this is. You're totally out of your element. But, like, y'all both have smartphones. Just Google it. You could even go, like, I'm sure she probably has the Target app. You go on their app, you put in, you know, the name of the toy. It will pull up pictures of what that toy looks like, plus it will show you the aisle number. So it makes it, you know, super simple for you to find what you're looking for. And later on in the video, the husband does look something up on his phone. So like, just do that.
When I'm reading this, it's like, it's a lot of stuff that you really have to like look for and know what the heck you're looking for. Like it says, Baby Alive shampoo, Snuggle Sophia, Barbie Dreamtopia, Mermaid Chelsea doll, like, twirling aerial toy, I don't even know. I told Jordan, I was like, you just made me do all that thinking and problem solving.
So yeah, so unfortunately, you will have to put in some effort to shop for the kids. If you don't want to do something that is so involved the way that Angel Tree is, she should have just donated general random toys to Angel Tree. That is an option. You can just, you know, take random toys that they will then use to, you know, fill kids' lists who didn't get picked, or when they have crappy shoppers who don't get them anything on their list, so that then the volunteers at Angel Tree are able to make sure that those kids get at least something nice. So you could just, you know, donate some general toys that you get to pick out, and or just don't do Angel Tree. You don't have to. Some of these people are acting like they are being held hostage and forced to participate in Angel Tree. If you don't want to do it right, don't do it at all. No one's telling you you have to. No one's going online and saying if you don't do an Angel Tree, you're a horrible person. They're saying if you're able to and you want to do it and you're gonna do it right, do it. Because yeah, like during the holidays, if you have the means to do so, you should, you know, do some charitable things if you'd like to. And like she talks about later, the Angel Tree thing wasn't even, that was her husband's thing he wanted to do. And then she wanted to do dog stuff. So it's like, just don't be involved in that. Tell your husband it's his problem. He wanted to do it, his problem, make him do it. And like, not to have sympathy for her or anything, I guess to play devil's advocate, this is giving very, my husband has this project and he's making me do it. My husband wanted this thing and he's making me put it together. So like, I do kind of feel bad for her in the sense that her husband's like, here babe, I don't know what this is, you do it. But I mean, yeah, he's an adult. He's also a parent. He can figure it out. Tell him to go on TikTok. He'll see plenty of videos on, you know, how to do it right. And frankly, it's pretty easy.
I feel bad, but I feel like we should just do the baby doll route. I mean, that's simple, right?
Yep,
right?
You're so right.
Or you could actually just follow her list and get multiple of the things that she actually asked for.
Okay, so Jordan looked up the Snuggle Sophia Sparkle Brown, and he said that's exactly what she wants. So he's thinking we should just get that, call it a day. And I was thinking you should get all of that, but I don't know. What do you want to do? You signed up for it.
I want to get that.
All right, that's it. She's going to get one present to open on Christmas.
Okay, and right there, she said she's gonna get one present to open on Christmas, which that'll be an important mouse tool that we're gonna use later, so hold on to that.
We're also getting this for Carter for Christmas. This is like his big present right there.
And then we see one of the items she's getting for her son's Christmas, and we're keeping that in mind too for later.
This is like a funny example between men and women and boys and girls. This little boy only put remote control, car, skateboard, soccer ball, Legos. Like literally 4 items. And the rest of that girl's page was like covered up to. So he's gonna be very easy to shop for. Right here, Jordan.
Mermaid Chelsea doll.
Oh, damn. She's so specific.
And then we're gonna do a little bashing on women and girls like any good boy mom would do. But she is just like poking fun at a little girl's Christmas list, and it just feels so evil. And I don't like this narrative that she's trying to push that like Angel Tree lists should be more generic. And like, no, they shouldn't. We want them to be as specific as possible so we know exactly what the kids want, so that, you know, they're hopefully not disappointed. They're gonna be way more excited if they get the exact, you know, play sets of things, the exact types of things, colors of things. So it's like, no, we want the kids to be as specific as possible and put exactly what they want.
So I think we're gonna wait and hold off on that and go to Walmart because I feel like we can get more for the little boy instead of just like one toy. I just feel so bad opening one toy.
And then she makes a point that she wants to make sure that the boy gets more than one toy to open on Christmas, but I guess it was perfectly fine for the girl to only get one. Once again, just boy mom things.
All right, guys, we can get this. We can get this for you guys.
No, I want that.
What? You just said you did.
I know. Pick me up.
Meanwhile, her kids are begging for random toys and she's buying it for them, which obviously, like, that's fine. It's your kid, spoil them if you have the money to do so and you want to get them that stuff, great. Maybe she's even gonna say, oh, you really want this? Well, we'll get it. You know, maybe put it under the tree for Christmas. Whatever the case may be, like, it's your own kid. Buy them stuff if they want. But it's like, so you're gonna, you know, spoil your kids, teach them to be greedy, and then say that the poor kids aren't allowed to be greedy and they just need to be grateful for whatever they get. Okay, so that was the main TikTok. That's where all of the drama started. Then she made a couple response videos and I was only able to, you know, like I said earlier, I was only able to save one of them. But this response created even more drama and may have been what, you know, was the nail in the coffin to potentially cancel this creator.
I have seen so many videos about people regretting doing an angel tree, and I would read the comments and it will have the truth, because I posted an angel tree video. I got so many comments about this saying, don't put the tag back. If you can't buy everything, put it back. Okay, first of all, y'all need to go watch Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas again and figure out the true meaning of Christmas. Let's get that straight, okay?
So she frequently mentions that y'all don't know the true meaning of Christmas. Y'all have obviously never watched the Mickey Christmas movie or whatever. And so I haven't watched it, but I'm assuming that, you know, the point of the movie is that Christmas is about, you know, family and whatever, and not about gifts. But like, it's just not anymore. Like nowadays with capitalism, just the way the society is, it's not. It's about gifts. And, you know, it's unfortunate that it's that way, but that's just the way it is. We can't really do anything about it at this point. And why do you want to humble impoverished children? Like, this is not the time to teach them about being grateful. There are so many other times in life that they are going to learn about that. These kids have probably already been humbled. They're living a hard life. They're fine. They just need this one time to feel special for Christmas. And like, anyway, so like, yeah, it sucks that gifts are like the main point of Christmas nowadays, but what's the point of othering these kids, making them feel left out when all of, you know, their peers in their class and any groups they're associated with, you know, all the other kids they're around are getting Christmas, but they aren't? Like, that sucks. So, you know, we should try to make sure that these kids get a special Christmas too. Just because they're poor doesn't mean that they don't deserve to have nice things and a special Christmas. The other thing is too, I just feel like it's kind of hypocritical because you know, like one of the things that I told you to remember for later, she was showing the gifts that she's getting her son and then, you know, showing things that the kids wanted while they were there. So it's like, okay, so you obviously care about gifts. You care about getting them good gifts, big gifts. So like if, you know, if you think your kids should be getting things that they want and will actually like, why shouldn't every kid get something nice for Christmas? So it's like you care about your kids getting gifts, but you think that other kids shouldn't care about gifts. Like, make it make sense.
And second, it is so funny when I see people come on TikTok, come on videos in general, and jump to conclusions. So let me just post something real quick on my green screen. Okay, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 items, all that were on that little girl's list, okay? Wait a second, hold on. I got something better. Look at the date. Picked up November 10th. Today's November 12th. I posted that video last night. So that's embarrassing for you guys.
So now she thinks it is so funny how people are jumping to conclusions. Even though we're just following the narrative that she showed us and wanted us to think. And she shows us that she did in fact actually, you know, order other gifts for that child from Walmart. And she had bought those things before the original video was even posted. So she purposely left that out from that video, that wasn't everything they were getting for the kid. But she made it seem like it was. Oh, we're only getting this one thing. Oh, this is so sad. She's only gonna have one thing to open on Christmas. And that, my friends, is why I kind of feel like this was rage bait. Like, if she truly did not mean to cause an uproar, she could have added a caption on screen, edited the description later on, made a second follow-up video soon after being like, oh, hey, sorry guys, I didn't mean to like cause an issue. I did buy her more things afterwards. Like, don't worry, everything's good. But I feel like she just kind of like antagonized people on purpose. As like a creator, as a filmmaker, not like this is like filmmaking, but like in the same realms, you are like in control of what people think of that video in a way. So like if she's making people think that they didn't get the kid anything else, and then she's mad that they think that, even though that was kind of, I don't want to say was the goal of the video, but I don't know.
People who are going out of their way to help other people who can't do something for their kids, let's not judge them. How about that? Let's not critique them. And especially, let's not critique if you're not doing it as well. So
we wouldn't have to judge you if you just did it the right way. No one forced you to do Angel Tree. You chose to do it and then not do it in the most earnest way.
If these kids are truly in as much need as you guys are saying that they are, they would be grateful for anything. And they're like, they probably get off-brand stuff all the time. This is their one time out of the year to get stuff. Okay, that's great. At the end of the day, they're gonna be grateful for whatever they have. And if they're not, that's on them and their upbringing. Like, you can't.
Yes. Let's hold literal toddlers accountable for being put in a crappy life situation. Like, yeah, a lot of kids aren't grateful. They're kids. They are learning how to be grateful. And this isn't the time to do it. They will learn that with other things. They will learn it, gradually. They're little kids. They're learning how to be a person. So obviously they're not going to have all of these, big adult things like gratefulness figured out yet. Little kids shouldn't have to just shut up and take it. They should get to feel special on Christmas, whether their parents are rich or poor, or anywhere in between.
I grew up poor. Have y'all had the electric turned off? Okay? Have you had to brush your teeth with a gallon of water? I know what it's like to grow up poor. Okay?
So she says that she's been poor too, sucks to suck, and it's giving very like, you shouldn't get student loan forgiveness because I didn't get student loan forgiveness. It's like, just because like you experienced something bad in your life doesn't mean that everybody else should too. That's kind of like, I don't know, that's just part of like progressing as a society, is that we should want the future generations to not struggle the way we did. Yeah, it sucks that you were poor and that you've experienced that, but because you've experienced that, you should know how bad it is and not want other people to go through it. But it's kind of like, well, I went through it, so you get to now too, instead of being like, I went through it, it was terrible, let me try to help you in some way, just a little way that could, make your whole year.
Also donating to animal shelters, because that was my charity. The Angel Tree wasn't even my choice, it was Jordan's. I pursue animals when it comes to donating.
Obviously, she really didn't want to do Angel Tree, and she shouldn't have done it. If her husband wanted to do it, he should have just done it on his own. It's his thing, make him do it. He picked it out, make him do it. He's an adult. Like, put your foot down. Tell him that he needs to do the things that he signed up to do. Like, if her main thing, she only wanted to do the dog stuff, she should have stuck with that. If she wanted to do something like Angel Tree but for dogs, like, because I do think a lot of the Angel Tree stuff is people wanting to like do it for not attention, but for views, for money, for people being like, oh, you're such a good person for doing Angel Tree, whatever. If she wanted to kind of like hop on the clout train of Angel Tree, she could have found a shelter or something and said, hey, I want to buy toys and food and whatever you guys need for the dogs and cats, whatever, and give me a list. And she could have done her own spin on it and been like, I'm doing Angel Tree for dogs. So like, she totally could have done, the dog thing that she wants to do, and also still gotten like the Angel Tree clout. I don't want to call it that because it's dumb, but for all intents and for this video, that's what we're calling it. She could have done something so good and fun, and people would have really liked that, I think. But instead, she did something she didn't want to do and kind of ruined it.
And I truly think that the world just needs happiness. It needs kindness, okay?
So she says that the world just needs happiness and kindness, yet she's spreading hate. She's being a Grinch to a child for Christmas. A poor child for Christmas. She's being a Grinch to them. She's bullying them. But everybody else needs to be kind. They need to be kind to her. So, I don't know. Whatever. Go off, sis. So, yeah. That was Miss Cookie Dough's video and response that turned her TikTok career upside down. So, one of the biggest things with Angel Tree is people picking out tickets that they cannot afford to properly do. And if you cannot afford the gifts that they ask for, don't pick their tag. Leave it for someone else who will fully fulfill their tag. So for example, there's a creator named Faith Laverne, and she raised over $1,100 to shop for a couple expensive wish lists where she got an iPad for one kid, a Nintendo Switch for another, plus she got plenty of clothes, accessories, stocking stuffers, and wrapping supplies for each kid. Lastly, I want to end on a positive note and talk about Sarah Neal. She's a creator who has been doing a lot of angel tree tags, and she's been doing them very well. And most recently, she was shopping a list that said the child, their like emotional support dog, I believe it was, had recently passed away. So his wish for Christmas was a calico kitten to be like his new support animal. So Serena literally contacted Angel Tree and said, hey, this tag says the kid wants a cat. I want to get him the cat. Can you call mom and make sure that like it's chill to do that? So Angel Tree, you know, they contacted the mom. I like kind of fuzzy on the details, but it seems like they probably gave Serena's contact information to the mom and was like, here you go, you guys figure this out. So, you know, she got a hold of the mom and the mom was like, yes, yeah, he wants a cat. He can get a cat. Not going to be an issue. So she went out and she got this kid a cat. She got the calico kitten that he wanted. Plus she went to PetSmart, I think it was PetSmart, and got plenty of litter and food to last for months. Toys, a litter box, all the little accessories and knickknacks you need to go with a cat. Plus, she got them a $200 gift card so that they can buy more, you know, food and litter in the future. And then at the, you know, end of that video, you can see she is giving the family the cat and talking to them. And it's just a breath, it's the breath of fresh air that we all needed to see with all of this drama going on. It's so crazy that you have some creators who are like, she can have like one baby doll. And then you have this other creator who's like, I went to the shelter and picked out his specific cat and then got everything it needed. And like, that's not all. She's like, she probably got him more stuff too. She probably got him like clothes and stuff if that was on the list. I was mostly paying attention to the cat stuff. But she is making sure that every one of her little adopted Angel Tree babies is spoiled for Christmas. She's doing a great job. Like, hopefully she has money set aside for this. Otherwise, homegirl is going in some credit card debt. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I talked about her because if we're gonna give attention and shine light on someone who's doing it bad, I want to show someone who's doing it very well. The other thing I wanted to mention is so many people are like, well, if they can't even afford the cat and the stuff, like how are they gonna afford the food and the litter in the future? But the thing is like, yeah, they probably could afford, you know, getting food and litter. Like, we have cats, but they're not mine, so I don't buy their stuff. So I don't know how frequently they go through litter or, you know, the bags of dry food. And, you know, it's going to depend how big your can of wet food is, if you're giving them wet food, this and that, etc., etc. I don't really know anything about that. But, you know, even if you spend $50, $60 a month or even $20 a week on stuff for the cat, like a lot of times people can afford that, but they can't afford the upfront cost of actually adopting the animal and then all the stuff you need like right in the beginning. I think they do say that they do already have other cats, so hopefully they will already have anything else they need, even though Serena made sure that they had everything they could ever need. But like, adopting an animal can be pretty pricey. It's gonna depend, you know, what shelter you go through. You know, maybe even the area where you live could be more expensive or not. I mean, a lot of times the shelter's going to, like, they're gonna have their adoption fee. And my local shelter will literally charge you for everything they have provided for that animal. So if you go adopt a dog that's been there for 2 years, they wanna charge you for the 2 years of food that the dog ate. And that's why nobody adopts animals in my town. It's a small town. We have one shelter. And the people are wilding on Facebook. And when they get, like, animals brought in, you know, that were wandering around outside, somebody brought them in to be like, hey, there's this animal, don't know who it belongs to. When the people come to pick up the animal, they charge them money to get their animal back. And I don't know if that's common practice or what, but my point is that it can be upwards of like multiple hundreds of dollars to adopt an animal from a shelter sometimes. So like, yeah, they can probably afford the food and the litter that it will gradually need throughout its life, but they probably can't afford the hundreds of dollars upfront cost, if that makes sense. I'm sure it'll all be fine, you know. The other thing is too, she told this cat she's gonna be its godmother, so, and you know, the lady obviously has her contact information now. I'm sure Serena was like, hey, you ever need anything for this cat, hit me up. So the cat's gonna be fine. The cat's probably gonna be more than fine. And Serena is like an amazing person. There's so many people on TikTok who are doing angel trees, and they're doing them correctly, and they're doing such amazing things. These were just like the most sensationalized ones, so that's the ones, you know, that I want to talk about. But it is just really great seeing people doing them. It is kind of becoming a trend, and maybe people are doing it for the wrong reasons, like just doing it for the views and stuff. I mean, even if they are just doing it for the views, as long as they are doing the list correctly, then like, you know, whatever, they're helping a kid. And they're also, the biggest thing, they're spreading awareness so that other people will also, you know, help and do what they can. So last year I made a similar video to this one, kind of. I mean, it was about the angel tree drama, but there was nobody in specific. It was just, you know, people were marking out barcodes, writing donated on things, donating just like junky stuff from Dollar Tree, but you know, nothing too crazy the way that this year has gone. And in that video last year, I said that my goal was to be able to do angel tree this year. Well, I'm more poor now than I was last year. Life was pretty crazy the past year, but hopefully next year will be our year. Like it has to be, or I'm gonna go crazy. Hopefully next year I will be able to afford to do some angel trees. But then again, so right now it is November 19th, and I'm gonna try to get this video posted as soon as I can. And who knows, like if this video gets a lot of views and then I make some money off of it, I could potentially still do angel tree. I don't know what the cutoff deadline is, but even if it was like, I think it might be like December 10th. Even if it was December 10th, I'd still have time to go do an angel tree. So hype this video up so that I can do an angel tree this year. But that is it for this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments down below what you think of all the angel tree drama going on, and hit that subscribe button. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.